Good evening, race fans. We are back here tonight for the Crooked Line Racing Saturday Night Super Truck Series. Very excited to have this series brought back here this week. We was at USA last week. We switched it up this week. We decided to bring them to Dover International Speedway. They're going to try to tackle what is known famously as the Monster Mile, and they're going to try to go for the trophy that's Miles the Monster. That's a big old trophy. It's the concrete jungle, as we'll call it. This track is a very, very fast short track. A lot of people don't classify it as a short track, but I feel like it is a short track. It's fairly bigger than your typical short tracks, but still, nonetheless, I think it races more like a short track than it does a regular track. The banking here, it has a pretty good banking. Even on the straightaways, you got 9 degrees bankings on the straight, 24 degrees of banking in turns 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's symmetrical on both ends in terms of the banking. But now both corners are a little bit different. And I think the trouble spot tonight will be coming out of turn 2 and then coming out of turn 4. You try to build up as much momentum as you can on the exit of these corners. But what happens, it's like that wall basically just reaches out and tries to grab you. And before you know it, you got a damaged right side of your truck. So drivers going to be mindful of that tonight and going to have to do their best to mitigate that for sure. Since we're just now firing off, we're in the qualifying right now. Currently got Mr. Aiden Young in the number 69 Ford F-150 sitting top of the board with a 22.91, looking pretty fast right now. Jason Day in the number 52 is right there behind him. We have Keith Keen Taylor just put a lap down. But hold the phone because Mark Arthur knocked off the top man. And then the 74 of Tim Trowbridge came right back and knocked Mark off the top of the leaderboard. So, man, that shows me we got some really fast drivers that have some fast short run speed. As we see this time around, if Mark Arthur's able to get better, was not faster that time around. So, as it stands right now, we have Mr. Tim Trowbridge in that number 74 Imperial Motorsports machine currently sitting at the top of the board. As Chris Carroll is donning a new paint scheme here tonight. Went with the black variant of the 99. It used to be blue, so Pretty cool seeing that new variant with a little heartbeat monitor on the side of it. That's a pretty good looking truck right there, I must say. If you could, I know we ask this every single week, sometimes multiple times a week. Slap that like button on our YouTube video down here, right underneath the video. It helps us out tremendously. Each and every like adds up and puts a huge smile on our face. These drivers, they love to go back and watch these replays whenever they're done battling it and mixing it up out on the track. And it helps them, and they love to see the support from all the fans out there. So while you're at it, get in the comments, let me know, who do you have for tonight's winner? Who's a surefire bet, we'll say? Who do y'all think is for sure going to be tonight's winner? As we know, with racing, anything can happen. Got 150 laps here tonight at this very treacherous short track. Stage 1 is going to be 35 laps. Stage 2 is going to be 35 laps. And then that's going to give them 75 laps to go out there and mix it up and see who can come out victorious at the end of this thing. Sorry, I had somebody else talking in my ear, and it was very distracting, I might add. But so right now, it's all Tim Trowbridge up at the top of the board. I'm going to see if we can pull him up here real quick and see if we can have a word with Mr. Trowbridge. Tim, Tanner Marr in the Five Kings Network booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So Trowbridge, we watched you come back with us last week at USA. USA was a little bit messy of a race. You had your fair share of bump and bruises. And then you come out here at Dover and you put it top of the board. I know qualifying is still going, but that time's looking mighty fine up there right now. How do you like yours and the 74 team's chances on bringing home the trophy here tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good. Like you said, we got some time left, but I love these trucks. I'm not a huge fan of Dover, but I race these trucks a lot, and I love the feeling of these things out here. So I'm feeling pretty good, but we'll tell in about 3.5 minutes if that's worth it or not.
I know it's looking pretty fast right now, and you got some pretty fast drivers firing off right there behind you. So coming into a race like this, Tim, you know you got stages coming, lap 35 and lap 70. Does that make you want to approach the race a little bit different than what you would if it was just a straight 150 lap race?
A little bit. Not as much as you'd think, because at least when I was doing some math, stages are going to be pretty darn close to a fuel run. So it's less so of needing to save fuel to go the long or go short, kind of less so on the actual long run strategy, more so of how are you going to play the stages? Do you run really hard and early, risk any bad stuff happening, or do you kind of go to the back and risk the same thing? So really, I'm more of a fan of just staying up front and staying up there.
You know, if you're up front, that's the least amount of trucks out your windshield, so it's not as big of a risk. So we'll be up here calling the action, Tim, and maybe talking to you throughout the race. Good luck to you, buddy.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Yes, sir. You enjoy. All right, that was driver number 74, Imperial Motorsports Machine. He put it up at the top of the board. Going to have to wait and see if he can keep it there, as we have Aaron Bockover out on track now. Aaron Bockover donning number 4, Chevy Silverado Budweiser Machine. Going to see if he can best Mr. Trowbridge, who's currently at the top of the board. Aaron's first lap around, he was 14th. Let's see if he can get a little bit faster this time around. It moves him up to P8, so not a bad effort right there in qualifying for Mr. Aaron Bockover, driver number 4, Chevy Silverado. As Lee Raymond says, let's go Five Kings, bring it home. Thank you for that, Lee. And then Trackside Racing Network says, love this track for a broadcast, one of the best to watch a race on. And then says, let's go Joe and Levi, overtake motorsports. I do agree, Trackside. I love this track. I love watching a race at this track. I love racing on this track. I love broadcasting this track. This is a fast short track. And let me know, do you classify it as a short track, or do you think it's more closer to quote unquote a cookie cutter track? Because I personally don't. I think it is a short track. It's just a different type animal than your typical short tracks. But I don't know, man. I love this track. I'm a huge fan of this track. Let's see if we can dial up our second place right now. We talked to him a few times last week. Had a pretty rough race last week. It's Mark Arthur in number 12. Mark, Tanner Martin, the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Tanner.
So, Mark, I mean, I mentioned it right then. USA was messy. It was like if anything bad could happen to that 12 truck, it did. So, you put it P2 tonight in qualifying. How do you like your chances here at Dover tonight?
That was a pretty good lap. I mean, I was only hitting 9s in practice, but I don't know. It's really, really, really tight. I think saving tires is going to be key at Dover. I think people are going to burn that right front up if they get out there and go as hard as they were in practice. So that's my plan, is just to take it easy and, hopefully I'll be to the front to the end.
So you're mentioning almost playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers. That's what I wanted to ask next. This is stage racing instead of just a 150 lap straight through race. Are you going to try to take it easy until the end of the stages, maybe get some stage points, or are you even focused on stage points really?
Nah, I'm never focused on stage points. To me, that just gets you in trouble. If I get some, I get some, and if I don't, then so be it. I'm trying to finish the race, not finish the middle of the race.
Right on. It's Mark Arthur, driver number 12. I'm not even sure who his sponsor is this week. LOL Dolls, right?
That's My Little Pony.
Or My Little Pony. Okay, yeah. I got you. Mark Arthur always has a funny paint scheme, and it's always pink, so never going to miss him. Mark, we'll be up here calling action. Good luck to you, brother.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yes, sir, buddy. All right, our drivers have now hit the grid. It's time to see where your favorite driver is going to be starting at here tonight. Like we mentioned a while ago, we got Mr. Tim Trowbridge, driver number 74, Chevy Silverado. He's going to be starting inside row number 1. Mark Arthur, we just talked to our top 2. Mark Arthur in the number 12 Chevy Silverado. It's pink. He's starting outside row number 1. Chris Carroll, number 99. It's a black USA Firearms Chevy Silverado. He's starting third with Aiden Young. He split the whole Chevys up front. Aiden Young's in a Ford F-150 starting outside row number 2. And then rounding out our top 5 qualifiers here tonight, it was Jason Day putting down a solid lap there. Just a little bit off from our fastest. Reed Christensen in number 30. He's had 2 good races thus far, but looking to get a little bit better finish here tonight. He's starting P6. Keith Taylor is in 7th. Aaron Bockover starting 8th. Levi Allen from Overtake Motorsports got some fans in the chat. He'll be rolling off in P9. With Willie Evernham in the number 19, he's be firing off in 10th. Isaac Castillo is 11th. Bradley Yo is 12th. Jay Jensen qualified 13th. Jason Raymond is 14th. And Sandy Taylor is rounding our top 15 qualifiers here tonight. And we have John Curtis. And I'm trying to get my stuff to go down and it won't do it. There we go. So we got John Curtis starting 16. Joe Burchett 17. Joshua Sexton, number 51. He'll be rolling off in 18th. With Alex Coffey 19th. And Stoney Benfield in number 75 firing off in 20th. So yeah, I apologize right there. A little hiccup with SDK, but no harm, no foul. Gonna wait for that pace truck to make that hard hand turn on the pit road. Then we're gonna be green flag racing as soon as he does it. Field's gonna be in control of Barney Fife Jr. up in the flag stand. The first start, they gotta wait for that green flag to wave, and then after that, all restarts are on the leader. So for right now, Tim Trowbridge, Mark Arthur, they have the same advantage right here. It's who can time that light the best. They're basically drag racing into turn 1. Trowbridge is gonna have the preferred lane. But maybe Mark can try to be there and fight with him coming out of 2 as we're getting set to go green flag racing.
Green flag.
All right, they're waving at the greens out. Got the 99, got a great jump right there behind the 74, but he's in a box right now, nowhere to go. The 12 actually inches out ahead of the 74 right there and going to take the position with a power move to the outside. Mark Arthur, the number 12 Chevy Silverado, is out front. Got Tim Trowbridge firing off right there behind him. There's another. We have a caution out on the speedway right now already. I'm seeing that Jason Raymond wrecked. I'm going to go back and see what happened here to Jason Raymond. Is he's got heavy contact to that truck. Man, oh man, it's awful early to be starting that. Oh, it looks like the 97 of Isaac just got loose in front of him. Let's see if we can watch it from this angle. This is going to be from Jason Raymond's angle in the 44. The 97 just comes up the track and just nowhere to go for Alex Coffey in the 18 and the 44. Just significant damage to that 44. Alex Coffey has heavy damage. Isaac's going to try to inch his way around into the pit road, but man, oh man, that's never how you want to start one of these races. Oh, I mean, that's a bad deal for those drivers right there. Waiting a whole hour doing practice and come out here, lap 1, coming out turn 2. Driver gets into the wall, gets into the driver that's on his inside, and then it's just a tragedy after that. Got nowhere to go, and that's something I want to touch base with. Dover, it's such a fast track. They're going to be hitting speeds of about 170 here tonight. So when they wreck, you notice right then, there's an inside wall and outside wall. And that inside wall, there's not much room down there where the apron is. So when they hit that inside wall, there's only one place to go. You're either going to go over that wall, which is highly unlikely to happen, or you're going to come up into the racing lane. And like we just saw right then, came up into the racing lane and then left nowhere for Mr. Alex Coffey or Jason Raymond to go. As you see, Coffey is now showing a lap down. Castillo's 2 laps down, and Jason Raymond in the 44 is now 2 laps down as well. Luckily for them 2 or them 3 drivers, they do have fast repairs, so they can get their stuff fixed and get back out there. It looks like Alex Coffey has parked his machine. Jason Raymond is still on pit road. He may have had to hit the tow button. Willie Everingham, driver number 19, Chevy Silverado, is giving them a lot of track position right here. Going to bring his machine down pit road as well. And now we heard Tim Trowbridge mention right then, folks. He said it's really close to the fuel window with the first stage. So if with this caution right here, it should really help these drivers and make it where they can for sure make it. And Jason Raymond actually just texted me. He normally calls races with me on Thursday nights. And he said if he's involved in another wreck, he'll jump up in the booth with me and call the action. Man, oh man. As this one will be a single file restart, I do believe, because they did not complete a lap. Lights are off on that beautiful Chevy Silverado. Going to re-rack it and try again. Tim Trowbridge says it's Super Bristol, and I totally agree. 100%. This is Bristol with the steroid shot, basically. Want to thank y'all for tuning in as we're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. Field's in control of Mark Arthur, lining them up near the wall. Tim Trowbridge is firing off in the second spot. He put it on the pole here tonight. Mark got a good jump and was able to take that spot away. Let's see if that 74 Imperial Motorsports machine has something for My Little Pony or not. Now you see a big group of cars here. Mark gets a great jump. Leaves the 74 lacking a little bit. That's going to leave the 12 basically having nobody to race as he goes into 1, comes out of 2. But folks, I'm telling you, that turn 2 wall and exit is going to be a problem for a lot of drivers here tonight. Going to be something they're going to battle a lot here tonight. We see the 99 actually looking to take P2 away from the number 74, Tim Trowbridge. But Tim gets that run he needs on the outside. That outside can have so much momentum. And that's what we're seeing right now with the 74. Able to really be a nuisance to the 99 right there. Not allowing that 99 to use all the track, come up there on the wall, and maintain as much speed as he can. And there you just saw it. Chris Carroll, number 99, had to actually just fall back in line. Luckily for him, there was a spot there to do so. But man, Mark Arthur did get a good jump. He got about a half-second lead, but now 74 is hounding him. We heard Trowbridge say he wanted to be up front. Now, Mark's not going to give him a lot of room right here. The track gets really narrow through there on exit. I mean, we've already seen it already. Got the 12 on the outside and 74 to the inside. I did see lap traffic coming up, so they are going to have to sort it out right here. As we're now on lap 8 of 150. Reminder, stage caution. Stage 1 will end at lap 35. Who's going to bring home them 10 bonus points? It doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but I promise you, we're playoff racing at the end of this 16 race regular season. Every type of point is going to matter if you want to make that playoff field. If we look a little bit further back in the pack, Jason Day, he's currently running 5th. He's running where he started right now. Got Keith Taylor in the 08 Nitro machine right there behind him. And then a little bit of a gap to Levi Allen in number 03 Let's Go Brandon machine. That's hilarious. I love that. Reed Christian in the 30 Butt Kicker machine is currently running 8th with Aaron Bockover rounding out our 9th and 10th spot with Joe Burchett right there behind him. You see, Bockover went really high right there. Just gave the spot away to Joe Burchett. And that's what we're going to see here tonight. If these drivers want to settle in and start clicking off laps, that's what you got to show right there. You got to show a lot of restraint and a lot of give and take. Bockover knew Joe Burchett's faster right now. I'm just going to move up and let him by, and that's what he did. As I'm seeing Joe Burchett, that 27 is actually on a move right now, folks. He started 17th on the grid, and he's currently worked his way up to 9th. We're seeing drivers go everywhere. Bockover's loose. As a caution is out on the speedway, and I'm seeing that Mark Arthur actually wrecked. Oh, man. So Mark got into the wall right then, and that's what caused the big stack up right there. Caused a huge stack up, and then the 08 and the 12 just fighting over real estate. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but it looked like Mark may have tried to come down. Thought there was a hole there that really wasn't there. We saw that 12 truck get into the wall pretty hard. And I don't know about that one. That one's hard to call. I'm glad I don't have to make them judgment calls. All I know is that number 12 was sitting at the top of the board, and now it's sitting needing a fast repair in the worst way. But it looks like it may all be in the rear end, so it's not what you want to see. As I see Alex Coffey in the chat. Man, oh man, that was a weird one right there. So it's all Tim Trowbridge, driver number 74 out front. Chris Carroll, number 99, sitting second. Aiden Young's in third, but significant damage to the left rear of his truck. Luckily with Dover, I don't think it's going to hamper him too bad. Got Jason Day in the 52 right there behind him in fourth. And Keith Taylor's sitting fifth right now. Reed Christensen sixth. Joe Burchett, this 27 is on the move, folks. Up 10 spots from when he gridded. Currently sitting P7. Levi Allen, we saw him. Had nowhere to go right there. Mark hit the wall. That 12 truck hit the wall. And, I mean, basically, there's one of two things going to happen when you hit that outside wall. You're going to bounce off of it, or you're going to pancake it and stay up there. Looked like Mark kind of bounced off of it and then pancaked it, and left a lot of drivers guessing what was going to happen there. 03 got some heavy front end damage from it. Cindy Taylor's in the 9th, and Willie Evernham saw him give up a lot of track position a while ago to pit. Brought himself back up to 10th in that run. Alright folks, if you could, while we're under caution, take this little break right now. If you could, slap a like on our YouTube channel. It helps us out a ton. If you could, become a subscriber to the Five Kings Motorsports YouTube channel. We're currently on the road to 100 subscribers right now. Each and every like and each and every sub adds up. Be a part of the family. We are slowly but surely growing here. Now with Tim Trowbridge, he will have lane choice on this restart. As we're coming to lap number 15 this time around. We'll probably go green on lap 16. It's going to leave about a 20 lap shootout to the stage caution to end stage number 1. Will that 74 elect to take the high side on this restart, or is he going to take the bottom? If it's up to me, I'm going to take the bottom just because that's where I'm most comfortable at here. But Now you can get a pretty straight line launch off the corner of the exit of 4 on the restarts by taking the high side. But to me, it's just such a risk, because what if that guy on the inside gets a good restart, then you're side by side battling in turn 1 with that driver on your inside versus you being on his inside in the preferred lane. So the lights are off on that Chevy Silverado. Going to come around one more time. Drivers need to pull them belts tight once again. Going to be going green on lap number 16. Like I said, got a little shootout to the first stage break here. Be interesting to see who's going to bring home these 10 bonus points here tonight. Let me know in the chat. Who do we got? Who we placing our money on here tonight? As you see, we've already lost a few trucks due to incidents. Now, these drivers, like I mentioned, they do have a fast repair in their pocket. But if you have to tow or something like that because your truck is not capable of making it to pit road, then that's what's going to put you many laps down. And that's what we saw with Alex Coffey and Jason Raymond. And we're waiting for Tim Trowbridge to fire off right here. He is the control car, 99 on his outside of Chris Carroll. Going to see if that damage to the rear of the 69 is going to hamper him or not. 74 gets a great jump like we've seen all night, really. 99 right there, Chris Carroll. Doesn't really got much of a battle right there. Going to be able to go down low coming into 1 and 2. Then Aiden Young, don't seem like that damage is hurting him right now. We'll have to see if it takes effect as the race goes on. It also looks like Jason Day has a little bit of left rear end damage as well. Not as bad as Aiden Young up in front of him, but pretty similar. As we see here, I'm telling you, this number 27, Joe Burchett, Toyota Tundra. He's on the move right now, folks. He started 17th. He's up 12 spots right now. He can see the leaders out in front of him. So, I mean, he's gained a lot of track position since the drop of this green flag here tonight at Dover International Speedway. As I thought we were getting ready to see a battle for the lead here, as we're going to try to go on board with Chris Carroll's number 99 machine, see the type of conditions he's trying to battle in that truck as he's trying to take the lead away from our current leader, Tim Trowbridge. Tim gets a great exit right then off 4. That's going to allow him to build up the most momentum down the straightaway there, but just like Chris Carroll was able to enter in a little bit faster than what Tim Trowbridge is, and you got to be careful with that. If he enters in a little bit too quick, that's how you slip up, make one small mistake, and you get into the back of that driver in front of you. And on these short tracks, that's never what you want. You never want to make an enemy, especially this early in the race. As the field, the top 4 have single filed out, top 5 single filed out. Go back here to Bradley Yo, another USA firearms machine. He's currently sitting 11th. Joshua Sexton sitting 12th right now in the Coors Light, number 51. Joshua started in 18th. He's worked his way up to 12th right now, so he is moving. Mark Arthur elected to not get the damage fixed on that number 12 machine. Got the number 08 right there behind him. These two tangled earlier. Looks like they're going to play nice right now, as we're coming to lap number 22 this time around. That stage break is coming, folks. It always gets dicey whenever these stages come, because these drivers, they treat it like it's the end of the race. They want to win that stage. They want to get every valuable point they can. And right now, these drivers are actually sitting outside the chance to get points. So it's going to be right now, as it stands, Cindy Taylor in 07. The pink Tracker Boats machine is currently going to receive 1 point if the stage was to end right now, as we're got about 13 laps before the stage caution is going to fly. Just asked Mr. Alex Coffey if he wanted to jump in the booth with me. I don't think he's out on track anymore. It was either 07 making a pass over Levi Allen in the 03 Ford F-150. See if the '07 of Cindy is going to be able to make it stick this time. She does. The '03 just basically gives it to her right there. As we go back up front, it looks like Tim Trowbridge has opened it up a little bit over Chris Carroll. Got about a half a second lead over second place right now. Aiden Young is trying to get everything he can. He's due for a good finish himself. He's ran good both weeks thus far and just not able to get that finish he truly feels he deserves. Currently running P3 right now with Jason Day right there behind him. Daniel Hendry won our race last week. He is not here tonight. So that's going to open the door for a new first-time winner because Christian Pittman won Daytona. He's also not here. So no matter what, we will have a first-time winner in the Crooked Line Saturday Night Super Truck Series here tonight. If this race was to end right now, it looks like Tim Trowbridge has him covered and then some. Still has about a half a second lead over the 99, but that gap is slowly but surely closing. We're going to look back to the number 69 right here behind Chris Carroll. This is a pretty smooth track. The only time you got to really worry about the bumps is just the transition from the banking out of 2 and out of 4. I don't know if this camera angle is going to really show it or not, but that's why the trucks go into the wall, because there's a little bump right there. It's a hump, really. And you get into that hump and it just really upsets the truck. It can upset it and make it either loose or make it tight. Tonight, the way it's seeming, it's looking like it's more tight than anything when it does come over that transition. As we got a battle right now for the final stage spot. You got the 51 trying to make a pass over the number 19 of William Everham. Looks like he's going to be able to get it done as he sets his sights on Bradley Yo and number 35 up there in front of him. Man, oh man, I love this racetrack. I love the racing it provides. This is one of them tracks that is a tire killer. Not really a abrasive surface, so it's not really eating the tires away. It's just you're so fast in the corners here, especially on exit, and you got so much wheel in it because you're trying to keep the momentum up that you just slowly but surely you start to really eat away that right front. And that's what we're already seeing. Lap times are falling off almost a second from when they started. Tim Trowbridge that time around was a 24:39. Let's see what he puts up this time. This time around the track for lap number 32, Trowbridge went with a 24:46. Fastest truck on the track that time around was Joshua Sexton, number 51. So I'm telling you, he's racing for stage points. He wants to get that extra point he sees out in front of him. His windshield right there. I just don't know if he has the time to get it. Caution's going to fly whenever they come to the line for lap number 36. The program actually throws it after the leader crosses the line for lap 36. About 4 seconds after he crosses it is when the caution will come. And it's looking like Jason Raymond, number 44 machine. We did see him involved in an earlier wreck. He's got that truck looking clean now. Must have used that fast repair. He will be the lucky dog as it stands right now. As it's no other driver is at danger of going a lap down to our race leader right now, Tim Trowbridge. And my, oh my, this guy's on rails. Look at the gap now. This gap has really opened up. You can't even see Tim Trowbridge in that shot. Not in that shot either. We'll go cockpit cam. Look. You see that little truck up there exiting turn 2 right now? That's Tim Trowbridge. That's our leader. We looked just a while ago and it was only about half a second. I did hearing Chris really work that throttle right then on the exit trying to stay off that wall. As that's going to be the stage break this time around, folks. We're waiting the caution to be thrown now. And we're still waiting. And now the caution is out. It's going to be Mr. Tim Trowbridge bringing it home with the first stage winner here tonight. Man, oh man, that was a good stage for a lot of trucks, but really good for that 74. Was looking really, really stout, especially towards the end of that run right then. And he was able to open up almost a 2-second lead over second place Chris Carroll. And Chris Carroll's no slouch. He's got an I rating of almost 5,500. I mean, that just shows how fast of a driver Chris Carroll is. That Tim Trowbridge, though, was able to just pull away from him right then, earning Stage 1 victory. Congratulations, Mr. Tim Trowbridge, driver number 74, Imperial Motorsports Machine. Now, what are we going to see as far as strategy here? I would think, with the track being the way it is, you got to take your 4 tires. And we already know they got to fill it up with some racing fuel here, Sunoco racing fuel to be exact. Got to get you some fuel. It's looking like everybody's coming down pit road. That's a very smart choice. I do think so myself. Trying to get the right camera angle where we can see what most of these trucks are doing. We see the right side of that 74 getting jacked up. I don't know if the 99's taking tires or not. It looks as if some of these trucks did not take tires. 52 did not take tires. 99 did not take tires. 99 may have beat Tim Trowbridge off right there. Off pit road. We know Jason Day did in the 52. And it was looking like the 74 did get... Yep. The 99 was fast enough to beat him off pit road. And then Jason Day as well. And it's showing right now. Willie Evernham did not pit right then. Willie last pitted on lap number 3, so I think he has to come in now. He is. Like, Isaac Castillo is going to be coming in with him. Mark Arthur's still sitting on pit road right now, trying to get some of that Chevy Silverado fixed up. He's going to keep that fast repair in his pocket and try to save it for later in the race. And I think that's the smart thing to do right now, especially with the way you saw the beginning of this race start off. Jason Raymond's bringing his number 44 down pit road. Going to pull him up here real quick, have a quick word with Miss Jason Raymond. We'll wait for him to get into his pit stall, that way he don't mess it up. And he has heavy damage to the right side of his truck as well. He's got to be out of a fast repair already. We've already seen him use it for sure. Jason Raymond, Tanner Marr in the booth, got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
So Jason, I saw you get involved in the lap 1 wreck, and we talked through text messages a little bit. The side of that 44 is all scraped up. Did you eat the wall coming out of 2 or coming out of 4?
Most certainly did.
Well, you're back on the lead lap right now, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what are you going to try to do here? You going balls to the wall, try to put that 44 up front, or are you going to ride around and just try to get whatever you can get?
I'm probably going to just ride around. I'm still learning the track. I've never raced here before, so I'm trying to watch some of the other guys and see what they're doing and pick up some tips and driving lines off them. But I didn't take tires there, so right now I'm just kind of riding around, hoping I can avoid any more wrecks if they happen in front of me.
Looking at some of the time spent on pit road, you got a few drivers that did not take tires right then, so it'll be an interesting strategy here. Now, I do want to ask you, what were your tires right then when you went down pit road?
If I could find them, I would let you know. They are 79 on the right front and 88 on the right rear.
So not great, but not bad. A big split between the two, but still, it's an iRacing fixed setup, so, I mean, it could be worse. So that's Jason Raymond, driver number 44, involved in an early race caution. Now back on the lead lap. Good luck to you, Jason. We'll be calling action.
Thank you, sir.
I like that. I like that kid right there. He's a good kid. He's one of the newest members of Five Kings Motorsports, but as you know, we try to show any biasy up here. But Jason's just an all-around good kid. As Constance Key says, come on, Mark. Constance. Mark got involved in a little bit of an incident earlier. Alex Coffey was trying to put it on him, saying it was Mark's fault. I have no dog in that fight. I just know Mark is trying to get his positions back. He was up front. He was leading this race at one point. All right. Field's in control of number 52 right now. Got Chris Carroll on the outside. It's an all-Canadian front row as that 52 gets a great jump. It's going to allow Tim Trowbridge to get to the inside of the 99. I look for these fresh tires right here to be a major factor for that number 74. As you see a little bit of a bottleneck right there behind him. Looks like Joshua Sexton may have got a little loose. And I just kind of stacked up at the inside lane right now. You got 27 of Joe Burchett just hauling the mail right now. That driver don't get paid by the hour because he's trying to get it in and get done. Man, oh man, that 27's been fast all night. Just cannot get the track position needed to get up front, but he's slowly but surely chipping away at that. He's currently sitting P5. And you see a great battle up front, a 4-car battle right now. The 74 is going to the outside of 52. They're going to be 3 wide coming out of turn number 4. The track gets really skinny right there. 99 backs out of it. That 74 was a man on the mission right then. That might have been the move of the race, a power move. And now look, that 27. When those drivers had to check up right then to let Tim Trowbridge just let them hang, go to the outside. That allowed Tim Trowbridge to pick up some spots as well. We got a new second place runner right now. Tim Trowbridge and Joe Burchett is right now sitting 1-2. If we see the ones that did not take tires there, Jason Day is falling back a little bit. He started in P1 when we started. He's currently sitting 5th. And Chris Carroll sitting 7th right now. So those fresh tires that all started around him proved to be really valuable. But if they can finish this stage up without going a lap down, they might be sitting golden, because that means they're going to have an extra set versus the people that just took their tires. You just got to make it through stage 2 without, 1, being in trouble, and 2, going a lap down. And we already know that 74 and the 27 here of Joe Burchett and Tim Trowbridge, respectively, they're fast. I mean, they're fast. They're fast on old tires. They're fast on new tires for sure. But that 99 and 52, they might have a slight risk of actually going a lap down, and whoever else did not take tires right then. If I'm one of them drivers that did not take my fresh rubber, I kind of want this to have a caution about halfway through this stage. Maybe stack everybody back up, because then you know it's going to be hard for Tim Trowbridge to get back around the track to put them a lap down. As right now, Tim is currently coming out of turn 4 as Chris Carroll is going in turn 3. So he's sitting okay right now. As Bradley Yo didn't take tires. Joshua Sexton didn't take tires. Aaron Bacco didn't take tires. So there's a lot of drivers right here that elected to not take their tires. As it looks like at 44 may have more damage. No, it don't. That was just an iRacing visual glitch. So 44 is pretty far off the pack. I don't think he's enjoying this track right here tonight. But no doubt about it, that 74 is really enjoying it. As Jay Jensen, we got a battle for 3rd place heating up here. Jay Jensen, that Ryko's Motorsports machine, going to try to get around the 08 of Keith. Jensen drives it off in there pretty deep right then, but able to make it stick with that 4 Mr. Feelgoods. They feeling great right now. They got all the grip in the world needed to make a pass like that. Power move to the inside. 02 is now sitting in P3. As this second stage is flying by, we're already on lap 50. Stage break's going to come in about 20 laps now. Going through the field, Levi Allen, driving number 03, had a rough start to what has turned out to be a good race for him. But I am noticing he don't have that damage up front anymore, so he may be out of a fast repair now. But still, an up and down night is currently up for Levi Allen. He's currently sitting 5th after he started in P9. Alright, I want to mention again, folks, if you could, slap that thumbs up button on our YouTube page and become one of our subscribers to the 5 Kings Motorsports YouTube channel. Currently on the road to 100, so join the family, the community we're building over here. And slap that like button, helps us out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. As we go check in on our first two drivers that did not take their tires right now. Jason Day, he started first to begin stage number 2. He's now falling all the way back to P10. Got Chris Carroll in 11. Joshua Sexton's actually in 12. Tony Benfield, that number 75, had a very quiet night, but a quiet night's always what you want, especially at a track like Dover. If you're quiet, that means you're being consistent and you're not getting in any trouble. Tony Benfield's up 8 spots from where he started, as you see Joshua Sexton go to the high side right then. Did not put up a battle at all for Stoney to go to his inside. Got Aaron Bockover currently being hounded by a lap truck right now. That's the 97 right there behind him. Isaac, I'm pretty sure he's 3 laps down. He is, but he's still getting in there mixing it up. I like the never die attitude right here. You see at 97. He's going to stick around and try to get them laps back as he's going to the inside of Aaron Bockover right now. You got Bradley Yo back here in 16th, and Mark Arthur is currently in the 15th spot. He got up there and led him a few laps. You see that damage right there. Got involved in an early race incident. Trying to claw his way back. And then our last lead lap runner as it stands right now in the 17th spot. Driver number 44, butt kicker machine. That's Jason Raymond. As I want to update to see, it looks like Jason Raymond is at a serious trouble to go a lap down here. Let's go on board with Mr. Tim Trowbridge. That's Jason Raymond sitting out the front door or front windshield. And Isaac in that number 97, he don't want to see another driver go a lap down. Isaac is currently 3 laps down, but since there's not another truck a lap down, Isaac will get the lucky dog. But if Tim Trowbridge does get around Jason, which it looks like he's going to, I think Jason's down on power. Once Tim Trowbridge gets around this 44, that's going to allow that 44 to be the lucky dog. That's going to really, really hurt the chances of Isaac ever clawing his way back to getting back on the lead lap where he feels he deserves to be. Because we're going to see if the 44 is going to move up out of the 74's way. I don't think he is. I think the 74 just made a power move right then off exit. That 44 is definitely hurting right now. That 74 isn't. And you see there's a pretty big gap between the 74 and the 20. Oh, I actually missed this. Jay Jensen has actually made a pass over Joe Burchett. So we got a new driver in second place right now looking to get around the lap traffic of Jason Raymond. 02 is keeping his eyes wide open right now like his throttle is apparently, because he is on the move as well. Jay Jensen's up 11 spots from when he gridded. So there's a lot of movers and shakers here tonight. We've had some followers and we've had some movers right now. Our biggest mover of the race, though, is Joe Burchett, up 14 spots. And our hard luck award, if it was to go out right now, it would have to go to driver number 12, Mark Arthur. He's currently lost 13 spots from when he gridded. Coming to lap number 63 this time around. About 8 laps left before the stage 2 caution. Is that 74 truck? Is it going to sweep the stages here tonight? Currently got about a second lead over second place Jay Jensen. But Tim Trowbridge knows you can never, ever stop going 100% if you want to try to win these races and win these stages. Because Jay Jensen's, he's a veteran as well. He has a 4,000 I rating. If Tim Trowbridge was to slip up and make one mistake to allow that 02 to get there to the 74's bumper, Jay Jensen's going to jump on that. And I do want to note, Jay Jensen, he caused 2 cautions last week, so admins in this series gave him an EOL at the start of this race. He actually started dead last on the grid, and he's worked his way up to second, so he's actually our biggest mover. So that's actually really impressive when you put that in the grand scheme of things. It's Joe Burchett, Reed Christensen. They're trying to get there to second place, Jay Jensen right now, but just not able to match the pace our top two guys have right now. And nobody's matching the pace that Tim Trowbridge has. He is just checked out on the field. The fastest truck that time around was Tim Trowbridge. So that just shows that 74 is hooked up and it's on rails, folks. As we've seen Jason Day elect to not take tires earlier, he's currently holding down that final point for a stage for the stage 2 break. But he's got that 75 of Stoney Benfield, who I think is on fresh tires. Stoney looks to be really trying to make a move on Jason Day here. Looking a little bit lower, but didn't have the momentum that time around. That 52 better be careful because he has Isaac in the 97 who's a lap down, just racing for everything right now. And you got Stoney Benfield going to try to get up in there and get a stage point himself. What Jason Day wants, he wants to see Stoney and this lap guy in the 97 get side by side and start racing. Maybe give that 52 a little bit of breathing room, as it looks like that's what's about to happen. Stoney goes a little bit high that time, may have missed the corner, but the 97 does not jump on it. He's going to allow these racers to race it out. Kudos to the 97 right then of Isaac Castillo. As we are almost wrapped up with stage number 2. It's still all Tim Trowbridge putting another driver a lap down. Bradley Yo is now a lap down. So that right there just took Jason Raymond's lucky dog away. Instead, going to give it to the 35 of Bradley Yo. I do not believe any other trucks are in jeopardy of going a lap down, but we got to watch this battle for the 10th place spot. It looks like it's all Jason Day. Cindy Taylor's in 9th. Willie Evernham's in 8th right there in front of her. And you got to go almost all the way around the track to get to Levi Allen. Keith is in the... Oh, wait. He's currently sitting 6th. And Aiden Young. He started 4th. He's actually working over Joe Burchett right now, trying to force a mistake out of him. As the caution should fly now, as we're going to have another Stage 2 winner here tonight. It's going to be Tim Trowbridge. As we're waiting for the caution to come out. As now the caution is out. Tim Trowbridge brought it home again. Another stage win for this driver. He might just sweep it tonight because, man, oh man, he is looking wicked, wicked fast. I tell you what, the ones that love seeing that caution come out the most is going to be the drivers that elected to not pit or not take tires when they pitted last. So now they're going to get them a set of tires, whereas Tim Trowbridge is actually down a set compared to them. Jay Jensen is down a set compared to them. That can make a big difference over the course of this last stage here. We still got about 75 laps to go here, folks. Any and everything can happen here. And I mean, we've seen it. We've seen guys dominate the series throughout these first 2 races, just have dominating trucks. But the dominating truck has not won thus far. As now I think it's a great time to do the MF Racing Designs Best Paint Scheme of the Night. We'll get the camera situated here, and I want y'all to let me know in the chat who has the best paint scheme that you think. Who would you award the MF Racing Designs Best Paint Scheme of the Night to? As I'm going to go through the list real quick and try to get a winner for myself. Typically, we try to have these ready beforehand, but didn't tonight. Being a one-man person in the booth makes it a little tough. Let's see here, folks. Who's going to win the MF Racing Designs Best Paint Scheme of the Night? Let's see. Man, I really love that 52 truck right there. Really love that 52. I got it. MF Racing Designs Best Paint Scheme of the Night is none other than the USAFirearms.com, number 99, driven by Mr. Chris Carroll. He is my pick for tonight's MF Racing Designs Best Paint Scheme of the Night. And you yourself, you can win all the paint scheme awards you want by looking up MF Racing Designs on Facebook. Telling 5 Kings sent you, get yourself $10 off a paint scheme. He does dirt, he does asphalt, he does road. If it's a car, he does it. But he also does any type of graphical design work you need. If you need a logo done, MF Racing Designs. Anything you need. That's, once again, MF Racing Designs. We thank them for sponsoring tonight's race, and we thank them for being the presenting sponsor for the best paint scheme of the night. USAFirearms.com, driver number 99, Chris Carroll, is tonight's MF Racing Designs best paint scheme of the night. And if you own a small business, if you own a online business, if you're looking to get your name out there, get your brand out there, create a little bit of brand identity, shoot me a message on Facebook. I'm Tanner Marr on Facebook. It's a picture of myself, and I'm holding a little boy wearing a hat. Shoot me a message, and we will get you suited and booted. Maybe you can be a presenting sponsor here on the 5 Kings Motorsports YouTube channel or on the 5 Kings Motorsports race team. We have almost on the road to 2,000 followers on Facebook. So, got a decent audience that is growing rapidly, I must say. I mean, I'm actually blown away how fast it's grown. That's why we actually started this whole 5 Kings Network broadcasting, just to try something different. I know I'm not the best at it. I'm not professional enough. I do it because I enjoy it. I just enjoy bringing the action. As lights are off on the pace truck, going to be going green this time around. Joe the Show, he's currently sitting out front. Got Levi Allen to his outside. Our front two did not take tires. And they got Mr. Dominator here tonight. Tim Trowbridge put it on the pole and has led a huge chunk of this race. He's currently firing off on the inside, row number 2. As the chat is not very lively tonight. Where's Kelly Coffee? Where's Constance Keith talking to me? Laura Lyle's not talking very much. Come on, folks. Talk to me as we see the 27 get a great jump here. 03 did not. That's going to allow Joe Jensen to be right down the back. Ooh, that was a ballsy move right there. That could have been bad. That 02 just jumped down and jumped down fast. And you just see the advantages to the fresh tires right there. And just allowed the 02 and the 74 to just fire by Joe Burchett. Now, what's Tim Trowbridge going to do right here? Is he going to be able to get around that 02 of Jay Jensen? Or is Jay going to have that advantage with the fresh air on his nose? Tim Trowbridge has not had to deal with dirty air much tonight, so he's not 100% sure how that truck's going to react in dirty air. But it looks like he's not struggling right now. He is right on the back bumper of Jay Jensen, waiting for that 02 to maybe bobble, make a slight mistake. That 74 is going to try to jump on it. As you see right now, getting ready to have a pass for the lead. Oh, didn't have the momentum to drive it in there deep. He's going to be looking, though. He does not want to play second fiddle. We've already seen that tonight with the way he's jumped out. And I mean, I'll just outright say dominate this race. He's going to try to get up there and get around the 02, but the 02 opened up the gap a little bit right there in 3 and 4. And I see that number 99, winner of the MF Racing Designs Best Paint Scheme of the Night. He's worked his way back up to 3rd. We saw him and Jason Day, driver right behind him. They elected to not take tires at the end of stage 1. They're on fresh rubber now, and man, oh man, they're moving. And so is Joshua Sexton, driver number 51 Chevy Silverado tonight. He's now worked his way inside the top 5. So you're seeing a lot of different strategies right here. People's trying to do a lot of different stuff. As Jason Raymond somehow got back on the lead lap here, I do believe. He pitted with them as well, so I'm not sure. Him and Bradley Yo are both on the lead lap, I do believe. We'll watch the ticker right here to make sure. Yes, Jason Raymond is on the lead lap, so kudos to him for sticking around, getting that truck back on the lead lap. Sorry, I got a text message from my fiance who's actually sitting not even 3 rooms over. Gotta love it. But man, I tell you who's really gotta love it. Jay Jensen's out front, opened it up to almost a 1.5 second lead over Tim Trowbridge. I think Jay Jensen just was not showing his full hand here tonight. That 02 is looking like it is on rails now. It's almost a flip-flop from what we saw earlier with Tim Trowbridge. As he's really opened up the lead, but it makes me wonder, what if Tim's maybe just trying to save his stuff a little bit? Trying to have the freshest tires possible towards the end of this thing, as we're now on lap number 85, so we're a little bit over halfway right now. Maybe he's playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers. 74 has been bad fast all night, but right now he's sitting about a 1.5 seconds off of our race leader, Jay Jensen, out front. And Chris Carroll, number 99, he's trying to get there to Tim Trowbridge. Tim also has about a second lead over Chris Carroll right now in 3rd place. Jason Day's right there behind him in 4th, with Joshua Sexton currently running 5th. Bradley Yo's in 6th. Reed Christensen's in 7th. Keith Taylor's in 8th. Jason Raymond, he was a lap down earlier, fought back like a warrior. Got the lucky dog. Now he's up sitting P9 with Aiden Young, who's been a front runner all night, currently sitting 10th. Alright folks, we're going to turn it up one more time. I did not have my correct button where I could just turn it up, so I had to turn it up that way. But we're going to turn it up to 11, crank it to 11. Thank you to 1-Inch Designs for the logo. We're going to let y'all hear exactly what these drivers are hearing. Crank it up to 11, folks. We'll be back in just a minute. Alrighty, folks, we are back. We are back. A nice little crank it up presented by 1 Inch Designs. We thank them for building our logo right then. Mighty fine looking logo. We hope y'all cranked it up to 11 with us. We're back now, though. It's still Jay Jensen out front. Got Tim Trowbridge sitting second, but he has Chris Carroll right there on his back bumper right now. Trying to get there to that driver. Going to try to force a mistake out of that 74. So maybe that 74 is saving tires. Or that 99 has figured something out. As they got Stoney Benfield right there in front of him in the 75. Ooh, almost made contact right then. As the 99 is going to the inside. Trying to take P2 away from the 74. As we now got under 50 laps to go. As they're going to try to work around this lap traffic right now. Stoney Benfield was looking strong a while ago, but maybe as a... I bet Stoney didn't take tires last time. He did not. He only had a 5-second stop, so that 75 did not take tires. So now, Stoney is a lap down. I'm seeing Levi Allen and Joe Burchett are on pit road. Not exactly sure why. Yeah, I'm clueless on that one, folks. We'll look in Discord, see if they're in Discord. And they are not. So, two drivers right there parked it early. Maybe they got involved in an incident that I did not see when we were on the Turn It Up segment. So, folks, I'll be honest. When we do the Crank It to 11, I usually don't do that. But when I'm in the booth by myself, I call about 4 races a week. So, by Saturday, the voice is pretty much shot. I mean, I basically use that to take a break for a little bit. Let the voice kind of calm down. Maybe go grab me something to drink. So I do appreciate you sticking with me through that. I wish I had my button set up where I could just crank it up without having to actually show y'all behind the scenes of how I do it. But no harm, no foul. Lap 105 coming to lap 106. Saw Jay Jensen, the 02 out front right now, looking like one of the strongest trucks. He has a 2.5-second lead over second place Chris Carroll. So Chris is actually chasing that driver down. As I'm seeing, Chris Carroll and Mark Arthur were the 2 fastest cars the last time around the track. With the exact same time, I might add. But that 12 truck did use a fast repair. We can tell it's no longer damaged all out of sorts. It's clean and pristine right now with that My Little Pony pink machine. So he's currently trying to make his way back up to the front where he started, currently running P9. Jason Raymond at number 44, holding the last spot in the top 10. Aaron Bockover's in 11th. Let's see, so we saw Stoney go a lap down. Let's see where the leaders are at right now. The leader is about to be going in turn 4. Or turn 3, excuse me. Willie's coming out of turn 4. So Willie is the next driver that is at risk to go a lap down. He has about 5 seconds of comfort behind him. So either that driver needs a caution really fast and not go a lap down, or he's going to step on that lap pedal and try to get away and run away from that leader. Because you don't want to go a lap down this late in the race. We see the 44 actually making a pit stop right here. I'm not sure if this is a fuel call or just a strategy call. Try to put some fresh tires on. He saw he was about to go a lap down. As Jay Jensen's actually bringing down pit road as well. So this is definitely within the fuel window here. I look for pit road to become very busy in just a brief moment. Keith Taylor's also bringing the 08 down pit road. So yes. Now, this is when stuff gets shaked up right here. If you're one of these guys that's been running up front all race long, you got to be so careful not to throw it away here, not to get a penalty by speeding on pit road. As Chris Carroll locked him up. That may be close there, folks. That may have been really close. It looked like he was coming pretty quick in right then. Green flag pit stops, they're always so scary because anything and everything can go wrong. As Reed Christensen, Mark Arthur, Aaron Bockover, and Stoney Benfield are our last 4 drivers still on the track. It's looking like at number 30, though, is planning to come down pit road right here for service. He's coming in a little fast, so he needs to get that 30 machine slowed down. Got to be careful down there on that apron. As now, it's just all the number 12 out front. When is that number 12 and the number 4 going to pull in pit road? They're in the same Discord channel. They're virtually teammates here tonight, so you know them two are working together, trying to put their heads together and figure out the best strategy they can do possible. The number 12 truck is still staying out on the track. Aaron Baco, number 4, he's electing to bring his machine in right now. So it's just Mark Arthur left out on track. How much longer can he go? I do not think he can go very many more laps, as we're now on lap 113, coming to lap 114 of 150 right now. As it looks like Mark is still staying out on track. Man, oh man. I think with his teammate coming down right then, he has to come in either this lap or next lap. As Aaron Bachover's shown actually still on pit road, having a very slow pit stop. Not sure what's happening to Bachover, as we see the 12 machine dive down on the pit road, trying to get that machine slowed down enough, sliding it a little bit. Mark came in fast right then, trying to get everything he can. You don't want to come in too fast, but then you also don't want to come in too slow. So now Jay Jensen just got the lead back. Mark Arthur surrendered it to come down and take some service for his car. And now we see Willie Evernham going a lap down here, as Jay Jensen is trying to get the lead back. It actually has not cycled just yet. Whenever Jay passes Mark, who is not even at his pit stall yet. So with Mark staying out a little bit longer than the other drivers, that allowed these guys that came in early, like Jay Jensen, Jason Raymond, they actually came in a little bit earlier, like 4 or 5 laps earlier. And what that means is they got to make up a lot of time in those 5 laps. So they were essentially, over that 5 laps difference right then, they were 5 seconds faster, basically, because you're about a second faster on fresh tires versus old tires. I mean, that's just what we're seeing now. Is Jay Jensen actually had a 2.5 second lead when they went down pit road. Chris Carroll has opened it up to just a second now, bringing him in. He's trying to fish that 0-2 back to him. But now, I mean, it still seems like there's a lot of laps to go, as we got over 30 laps remaining. But I promise you folks, it's go time now. It is absolutely go time, because the laps, they click off here so fast, especially when you're on a long green flag run like we're seeing right now. You're doing 23-second laps on fresh rubber, 23, 22-second laps. So I promise, those 30 laps, they click off in a blink. Now a driver like Tim Trowbridge, who actually, he's lost a lot here now, folks. He was not able to take a set, so that's what we saw. We know some drivers elected to take their tires at the end of stage 1. So that basically meant they didn't have an extra set. They got to pit again to make it to the end of this race, probably, I think. Maybe not. Maybe they can make it. Maybe they, yeah, it's going to be close, actually. It's going to be really close. They have to save a little bit to make it. Now, we saw in that turn it up segment to crank it to 11, when we went cockpit cam on board with Mark Arthur, he was clutching and shutting the truck off, trying to save fuel. So that's how he was able to go those 5 extra laps. So he is going to have 5 extra laps worth of fresh tires when we come down to the nitty gritty in this thing. As you see the 44 out in front of Mark Arthur right now, as the 44 almost gets into the back of the 75. So that 75 and the 74 right there in front of him, both them drivers are on old tires. And I mean, we've seen just how crucial new tires are in the terms of the pace, as Jason Raymond almost got into the back of Mark Arthur right then. And you see the 74 right then, he rode down towards the bottom in the middle, going down the straightaway. He basically told Mark, if you're going to pass me, you got to pass me on the outside. What that means, that's going to make it harder for Mark. So that's a pretty smart move by Tim Trowbridge right then. He's not giving up the bottom of these guys, and he don't have to. Just because they're on fresh rubber don't mean anything. He's still racing, and he's doing a smart thing by holding the bottom right there, making them drivers have to drive around him. As you see the gap here, that 99, he's almost there, folks. He's got it within about a little bit under half a second now, so that 99 is coming. And you see the 74 actually going a lap down here. That may be a race killer for the 74 right then. And that's what happens in these long, long races. You gotta nail the strategy. If you miss the strategy just by a little bit, you can go from hero to zero. We saw that 74 sweep both the stages, and now As we're under 30 laps to go, almost 25 laps to go, the guy that's dominated the first half of this race is now shown as a lap down. Lori Law and Constance Key says, "Get it done, Mark." And then Lori seconds that and says, "Go, Mark." Mark always has some fans in the chat. I love when Lori and Constance both comes out. Frank B says, "Go, Jason Day, Josh, and Jason Raymond." As Lori Law also said, "I'm listening with my headset, fixing me a bowl of chili beans." So, Lori, that sounds good right now, sweetie. It's starting to get a little bit cooler here. So, I don't know if you're from the same state as Mark. I won't say it over the broadcast, obviously. But I'm from Kentucky. So, like, our weather, we went from straight summertime weather to just straight fall weather in a blink of an eye. And man, oh man, some chili beans sounds amazing right now. Chris Carroll, he's actually lost a little bit to Jay Jensen, so he got it underneath half a second, but it's right back up to 6/10 of a second now. As Joshua Sexton's almost 15 seconds back behind them. I'm not sure how in the world they were able to have such a fast pit stop and come in and out that quick. Because our top two has virtually just left the field right now, as we're now under 25 laps to go, 24 laps to go that time around. Gonna be 23 to go at the line. This has been a really good race, and we've had a great green flag stand here. As you see the O2 driving in there deep. He knows he has to go. He cannot take his time trying to pass these lap cars. And with him being the leader, he has the hardest time trying to get past these lap traffic because they don't want to go a lap down. As you see the 44 go a lap down, 69 of Aiden Young go a lap down. So they have now lapped up to 7th place. They are just now crossing the start-finish line, and Keith is out there windshield. And I think we have a battle for the lead about to happen here. 99 is looking to the inside of the O2. Got Cindy Taylor up there. 07 at the top. And, ooh, Chris Carroll turns him. He got into him. Lap traffic's right there and nowhere to go. Jay Jensen just got turned when he was leading this race. Oh, no. No way. I think we'll have to watch it back on replay, folks, but I think Chris Carroll just misjudged it right then. Just gets into the back of him a little bit. And the O2 actually got it saved, but then had traffic coming behind him. Oh, man, tough break for the O2, Jay Jensen right there. Had such a strong race going. And collected some trucks right there. Man, oh man, what a tough break for the O2, Jay Jensen. I'm going to pull him up and have a word with him right now. Jay Jensen and Tanner are in the booth. You got a copy, brother?
I do, sir.
Jay, I can hear it in your voice. I'm sure you can hear it in mine. Just disappointment because you had such a good race going. You had to start in the back because of cautions. I mean, that's water on the bridge at this point. Man, oh man, talk me through what just happened.
Just impatient driving there. I knew it was going to come down to me and Chris, and I was just trying to give the lap car some extra room, and I just think we could have waited a lap before we really raced it for a lead. Yeah, I get there was 25 to go there, but I don't think that move needed to be warranted right there.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be as unbiased as I can. I watched it back on the broadcast, Jay, and it was I just called it like I seen it. I just said, Jay just got turned. I mean, passing lap traffic, and almost 3 wide. Y'all really wasn't even 3 wide yet. I think Chris either misjudged it or something. I'm not sure. We'll have to talk with him later. But Jay, that's heartbreak, brother, because that O2 was on rails.
Yeah, it was. This track and this set was basically, you just had to manage the right front. I was hoping I still had my fast repair saved, but unfortunately I had to use the tow option, so I'll be multiple laps down here.
Wow. So, I mean, when it rains, it pours, Jay. I know you're a short tracker. I've raced with you many times on a short track. I feel like I chased Jay Jensen a lot in officials. We're heading to 5 flags next week. Maybe that'll be a bounce back race for you, brother.
Could be, but maybe I'll take this as a sign as my bad luck because I qualified for the All-American 400 tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have some good luck over there.
Okay, so you're in the one shown on podium.
Yes, sir.
You let us know where'd you qualify at?
I mean, we qualified 25th. We made the show in on time, but 300 laps, plenty of
Oh
time to get
yeah,
to the front there.
absolutely. I mean, you sounded disappointed when you said 25th, but man, think about the names that are in that. That's some of the best super late model drivers there is on iRacing. So congratulations, and we'll be watching and wishing you luck, Jay.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, and I'll be back next week.
Alrighty, we'll see you at Five Flags, Jay. Good run here tonight. Sorry it ended the way it did, brother.
No problem. Thank you for hosting the league and the sponsors and the broadcast.
Absolutely, Jay. Alright, that's driver number 02. I mean, he's not happy. I feel him. I understand it. Just racing hard for the lead there, and y'all saw what happened. But that really, really shook up how this race is. Now, I want to have a quick word with Mr. Chris Carroll, driver number 99. Get thoughts from him. Chris, you got a copy?
Got a copy, sir.
I'm not sure if y'all are about to go green or not. I don't think the lights are off just yet.
Coming to one green here.
Okay, so we'll hurry up the process. So I just want to ask just what happened right then. Just kind of misjudge it, or thought maybe you had...
On my screen, I had about 2 feet of room between me and I'm not sure who it was there.
Jay Jensen.
Yeah, I had tons of room on my screen, and I was kind of in the same line the whole time, and then all of a sudden his truck turned. Like it was a real hard, weird turn, like it was netcode. Really not kind of annoyed with other guys in here thinking they know everything, making weird comments from the back, but I'm not sure. I thought I held my line, and I thought we were, okay, and then his truck turned, so I'll take a look at the replay again, but.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, I wish I had voice chat on because I can't hear what everybody's saying, but we'll talk after the race, Chris. Go get him, brother. We'll be calling the action. Good luck to you, buddy.
Thank you, sir. We'll give him hell here. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, bud. All right, Chris Carroll. He didn't sound happy either. Sound like he maybe had other drivers chirping at him right now. Got the 08 going to be the control car. Chris Carroll's going to be starting on the outside. Keith did not take rubber that time in the 08, so I mean we've seen just how much tires play and make a difference. I just don't know if he's going to have the pace, but he's going to try it. 08 is the control car. Does not get the jump he needed either. Really did not drive out of the 99's life. Got the 99 on the outside. The 51's on the inside. The 51's in the worst spot right now. Has old tires right there in front of him. As you see the 12 not give a whole lot of room right there. Mark Arthur, he was involved in an earlier wreck. He is trying to put that machine back up front. He qualified second. He's worked his way back up to second. And as you see right there, 08 of Keith Taylor, just no man's land basically. Tried to make a call to stay out. Driver may be out of tires, may not have any tires left in the pit, so he tried to make a call, or was either that or forced to make the call. And you just see the guys around him that lined up right behind him with fresh tires, he was not able to fight them off. And now it's just all Chris Carroll out front. Got the 12 of Mark Arthur right there running P2. Jason Day is currently sitting third with Joshua Sexton fourth. And Keith is now falling back to 6th. Got the 69 of Aiden Young going around him now. Aiden is... not sure. It's showing me Aiden's in 9th, but he might be a lap down actually. Yes, Aiden Young is the first car a lap down, so he's wanting the caution right now to get back on the lead lap. It's still all Chris Carroll out front as we're getting close to the BAM Racing videos 10 to go. We're coming to lap 13 this time around. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll say it again, if you would, slap that like button if you don't mind. Help us out a ton on YouTube with the algorithm. Scotty Stevens says the 02 is just a bad luck number. So Scotty runs the 02 in other series, and if he knows anything about bad luck, hey, he knows. I mean, I used to always tell Scotty back in the day, if something bad happened on the track, that 02 of Scotty Stevens was going to find a way to be a part of it. He's gotten a little bit better, though. The luck's changed for him a little bit as the times went on, but it's still not great. As Lori Law says, okay, Mark, now let's do it. And then Constance Keith says P1's even better. As Constance says, Mark is 2 miles from us. Lori lives next door to me. That sounds a lot like my setup here. I live right next to my brother. My mom lives not even 500 feet from his house. And then my uncle used to live right next to her. It used to be like 6 of us that all lived here. That's pretty cool. As it is now time for the BAM racing videos. 10 to go. If you like sim racing, you know we have you covered here on 5 Kings Motorsports YouTube channel and 5 Kings Network's Facebook page. But if you're a fan of real life racing, preferably grassroots short track racing, you need to look no further than BAM racing videos on YouTube. He's on the grind right now, trying to get up to about 5,000 subscribers. So he is growing and growing pretty fast. If you could, give him a subscribe, leave him a comment, let him know we sent you. He currently has a video that has almost 300,000 plays on it. He travels all across the southeastern portion of the United States to all the famous short tracks. Again, we thank them, BAM Racing Videos, for sponsoring our 10 to go. As Constance said, it's nice whenever mama needs some work done. That's what my own mama used to say too. But my mom moved. She actually lives about 4 miles away from us now. Got her a better house, but it's still me and my brother still living here, holding down the fort. But man, oh man, that 99, it's just looking like whoever's able to get out front here tonight, they're just able to set sail. I don't know if it's from the clean air or what. And then you can throw a blanket over our second, third, and fourth drivers. I think the 52 is going to try to make a move over onto the 12 of Mark Arthur. Jason Day also is wanting a strong finish here tonight. Had a very rough race last week at USA. The 52 and the 12, both drivers had rough races. It was like it didn't matter what they did. They were always involved in somebody else's carnage. As we're now 6 laps to go, going to be 5 to go this time around. That 99 is sitting very comfortably out front with a 1 3/10 second lead over second place Mark Arthur. All he needs to do at this point is just remain calm and steady. He was indeed. No, he was not actually. Levi Allen, driver number 03, was the fastest car on the track that last time around. I don't think it's going to matter though, as we're now 5 laps to go, coming 4 laps to go here at the Monster Mile. Like I said, we'll be heading to 5 Flags next week. That's going to be a really tough track. We're going to turn the lights on at 5 Flags. We're going to be racing at nighttime. It's going to be a great race. And I'm hearing birdies in my ear. We may have a special sponsor coming on board for that race. Might be a little bit of money on the line. You never know. As we're now 3 laps to go, and Chris Carroll takes that 99 across the start-finish line this time around. He's opening up the lead even more. He was also, once again, fastest car on the track that time around. As Levi Allen got him again with the fastest lap. So if Levi had the track position needed, I think he may have something for Chris Carroll. But just right now, he's sitting a little bit too far back to be a true threat. With only 3 laps to go, getting ready to be 2 laps to go as Carroll rounds out of turn 4. It's been a good race, folks, and I can't thank y'all enough for tuning in. I love doing these broadcasts. I don't make a thing from them. I do them just because I enjoy them, and I do them to give the driver something to go back and watch. On Saturday night, I actually lose money doing these broadcasts because I have to pay for the programming. But there you see, 99 is coming up to the 02. Now, these two got together earlier. Is the 02 going to rough him up a little bit? No. Jay Jensen just lets him go on by right then. If I would have been Chris Carroll, would have been nervous right then. We heard in the 02's interview he was not happy, but he did the right thing right then. Kudos to him. That 99 is coming out of turn 4 for the very final time here tonight. He's on cross-start finish line with Barney Fife Jr. waving that checkered flag. Tonight's winner at Dover is Chris Carroll, driver number 99. Jason Day brought it home in P2. Mark Arthur's third. Joshua Sexton fourth with Levi Allen rounding out our top 5. Tim Trowbridge just brought his machine along in 6th. Willie's coming around this time to finish 7th, maybe. I'm not sure what's happening here. Willie brings it home in 7th. 8th place is Aiden Young. Stoney Benfield's 9th. And Cindy Taylor brought it home in P10. Go up front and watch this number 99 burn it down Seth Rollins style. As this winning moment, of course, is brought to you by Bam Racing Videos over on YouTube. Let them know we sent you, as this number 99 is going to maybe burn the rubber off them tires. Maybe have a flat by the time he takes it into victory lane. Congratulations to Chris Carroll winning tonight at Dover. He was able to tame the Monster Mile. Jason Day bringing it home in second, and Mark Arthur in third. We're actually going to have a quick word with our third place finisher here tonight. We talked to him a little bit earlier. Going to dial him back up. He's had fans here all night rooting him on. Mark Arthur, Tanner Moore in the booth. You got one more final copy.
Yeah, I got you.
So, Mark, you know you always got mama and sister watching. Always pulling for that 12 no matter what series. And they were really rooting you on tonight. Right home in P3. Talk me through your race.
Well, I got behind the 8-ball. I mean, I was just going to ride up front as long as I could. And when they started pushing me, I was going to let them go, just try to save my stuff. And then I don't know if I came down on somebody. I heard you say Coffee blamed it on me, but I haven't seen it yet. And I'm not going to comment like some people do before they get out of the cockpit. But I felt he came up into me there. He even said he might have clipped the apron. So, you know, that got me behind the 8-ball. And then it was just playing, kind of save my stuff and catch up. And right there, I think I was the first car that could make it on fuel. And then that caution came out, and I got kind of, you know, agitated with the 99 saying it was Necco without getting out of the car to look at it. All I asked him was like, how can you see that if you're sitting in the car? How can you tell it's Necco or not? And I've never seen net code sitting in the car, so you know, I asked that question, and he got mad at me. I was the car he was talking about, you know, being in the back saying something, but I guess with the Canadian exchange, fourth turns into 30th for some reason. But he asked me why I was saying something from the back. I was like, I was in fourth. I mean, what are you talking about? So kind of made me mad that I could make it on fuel, and then we had an unfortunate caution.
Man, oh man, I'll be honest. You just took me for a whirlwind right there, Mark. And I'll be honest again. I don't even remember the first incident. Oh, I do remember. Alex said Carlo or whatever. I do remember that. You have to go back and watch that. That's hard to place blame anywhere. I couldn't see it in the broadcast. It don't matter though. Just before we wrap it up here, tell me who makes that number 12 go so fast each and every week.
Well, the only people I got on this number 12 for this series is Michael Falk. He made this paint scheme, and it kind of mimics, I think it's my ARCA paint scheme that he made for me. And I love racing My Little Pony, anything pink, and so something, you know, kind of girly looking. I think it's funny, you know, and it's kind of, you know, neat. It's easy to see on track. So, you know, I don't know. I'll talk to Chris Carroll. I like Chris. I mean, it's like, I guess we're both agitated at that point, but we'll talk to each other. We'll get by it, and come to next week. I don't know what next week is. Do you?
You really want me to tell you?
Sure.
5 flags.
Well, I don't mind that. I'd rather have that than Talladega or Daytona any day.
Well, yeah, no, that's very true. There you have it, folks. Mark Arthur, number 12. He got behind the 8-ball like you heard, but he was able to battle back and finish it in P3. Congratulations to you, Mark. We'll be talking to you next week, brother.
Thanks, man.
Alrighty, let's bring up our second place finisher here tonight. Jason Day, he was bound to have a good finish starting the season out. It's been rough going, especially last week at USA. Jason Day, Tanner Moore in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Jason, it looked like you had a roller coaster of a day. There was times where you were running in the top 5, other times where I think pit strategy kind of made you fall back a little bit. We saw you start on the pole, basically we'll call it, coming out of stage 1. You and Chris Carroll elected to not take rubber and then fell back. Talk me through the strategy call in that. Was that just trying to have a little bit of rubber towards the end of the race?
That was just to have one extra set of tires in case we had a late caution like happened there. And we knew the fuel was tight both sets, and then I was saving that caution was good because I don't think I would have made it. I think I would have been 1 lap short with the fuel. So it was just for that late caution, and it worked out in my favor. I just wish I had a few more laps. I actually think I had something for Chris. The time when we didn't take tires, and Chris and I didn't take tires, I was able to pull away from him on old tires. So I think I would have had something for him in a long run, but it is what it is. I had a good race with Mark there coming to the finish.
Y'all did. Y'all put on a show right there and battling for second. And just to piggyback what you just said, Jason, you and Levi Allen were actually turning the fastest laps of the race there towards the end. Now there was times where you would do it, and there was other times where he would do it, but y'all two were the fastest trucks the last 10, 15 laps. So I mean that just proves if you could have ever got the track position needed to be up there, I think it would have been a battle. But I mean, still, brought home P2. We're heading to Five Flags next week. What's your thoughts going into next week's race?
I feel pretty good about it. I've had good runs there. It's a great track. Just to see how the cautions go tonight was great. Way less cautions, probably better for you in the broadcast.
Absolutely.
But it was good racing all around. I messed up on my last pit stop. That's what threw me bad track position. I overshot my pit stall, had to back up. So
I did
lost one spot to Mark there, and that's what messed me up there.
I didn't know. Yeah, because you had about 3 extra seconds on pit road versus the people you came in with.
Yeah,
So
I've
that makes
overshot my
sense.
pit stall.
Okay, yeah, I did. I couldn't understand where that came from. I know maybe if you were just going down pit road slower or whatnot. Anyways, though, guys, driver number 52, Five Kings Motorsports Machine, 1 spot short here tonight, but still a great podium finish for himself. Jason, congratulations to you, buddy, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you next week at Five Flags.
Great, thank you.
Yes, sir, buddy. All right, and then, folks, there was one, and one was left standing. He was kind of quiet for a huge chunk of this race, but he was able to put that 99 up front when it counted most. Chris Carroll, Tanner Moore in the booth. You got a copy.
I have a big fat copy, Tanner Moore.
So, Chris, I noticed all night, it was like whoever was leading, they would just open it up to like a second gap. So I got to ask you first and foremost, we saw Tim Trowbridge do it, Jay Jensen did it, and then you did it that last stint. Was clean air that valuable, or was there something else at play allowing the leaders to actually jump out like that?
Yeah, I think clean air had a lot to do with it, Tanner. The second my truck got out front, I felt way more free. I'd run mostly in traffic most of that race, and I felt tight the whole race. And the second I got out front, that truck turned. So I think it was worth a ton. It took me a long time to run down Mr. Trowbridge there, but yeah, the clean air was a winner for sure.
Right, and I mean, I talked to Jason about it a little bit. After stage number 1, you and Jason, y'all made it a all-Canadian front row, starting stage number 2, not taking tires. Ultimately, it paid off because, look, you had a set there for the end. But, man, that 99 was sitting bad fast. You had a good race last week, a good race the first week, taking the win here at Dover. We're heading to Five Flags next week. Chris, how you like your chances going there?
Well, I love Five Flags. I love Dover. I love a whole bunch of races on this schedule, but I do not know how the trucks run there. I have no idea how that's gonna feel. I don't know if the air is gonna affect them like it did today. I have no idea, man. So I mean, pretty much every race we go to in these truck crapshoots. So it's kind of fun because we all have to. I had to in that race there. I had to adjust probably 4 or 5 times to drive the truck to get it to run long.
Right.
And we're all just figuring that out. It's not like we can go in there and know exactly what we're doing. So it's kind of fun to do.
And these, I mean, let's just go out on a limb and say it. These iRacing fix sets are not the best either. So, I mean, that really throws a wrench into everything, too. Because, I mean, y'all being fast like that, y'all typically like a little bit looser car, something you can actually drive. And, man, y'all look dump truck tight at some points tonight. But still, Chris, congratulations on the win here tonight, brother. I know tempers may have been flying there at the end. I don't know what was said or anything. We'll go back and see it. But congratulations to you tonight, brother. I'm sure we'll be talking to you next week as well.
All good, Tanner. Thank you. I'm going to apologize to Mr. Trowbridge out there. Looking at my replay, I have at least 2 feet between our trucks.
Hold on. I think you're talking about the O2 of Jay Jensen, not Trowbridge.
Jensen, I'm sorry, Jensen. Yeah, I said Trowbridge in the last one too.
Yeah.
Jensen, yeah, I can. I mean, I am willing to show him the replay to let him know that we didn't touch and it was Netco. There's 2 or 3 feet at the point of contact. So I want to apologize to him. I hate that happened to him. It was my fault. I took him out at USA. I absolutely ran him.
Oh my gosh!
So twice now.
He may owe you one, Chris. So you better be braced up at Five Flags.
I think he's got every right to be mad for USA, but I just wanted to let him know this week it was totally net code and racing hard for the lead there. We had space between us, but
we talked. So, I mean, I talked to him, interview right after it happened, and you can tell he was disappointed, but I mean feels like he's got the win taken, so I understand it completely.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I get it too. you know, he's raced me super clean up there. He's real fast, and I just want to let him know that, you know, I'll apologize either way, but I
Right.
will show him the replay and let him know that we were clean there. So last week I ran him over, totally my fault. I'll take responsibility for it, but I'm sure in his eyes it's really annoying. It's 2 weeks in a row we've touched and he died, so
Right.
I understand it.
All right, folks. We're going to end up closing up shop here tonight. Chris Carroll, driver number 99, brought it home in victory lane. Chris, before we end it here, do you got any sponsors shout you want to throw out there?
I got to thank USAFirearms.com. I got to thank you guys for putting on the show. I got to thank my friends and family out there for watching the broadcast out there, and I got to thank you guys most of all for giving us a place to race, even though we get in fights and argue and whatever once in a while. I think that it's awesome that you give us somewhere to race and that we can talk it out like men. So I think it's pretty awesome. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, buddy. And thank you for coming out, and we'll keep doing it as long as y'all keep coming out. Congratulations tonight, Chris, and we'll be talking to you next week, brother.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir, buddy. All right, folks, there you have it. We're wrapped up. We're done here at Dover tonight. Chris Carroll brought it home in P1. Jason Day, Mark Arthur, Joshua Sexton, Levi Allen. That's your 2nd through 5th place finishers. Tim Trowbridge had the most dominating truck, stage 1 and stage 2. Missed it on the strategy just a little bit. Ended up bringing his 74 machine home in 6th place. Willie Evernham ran out of gas there at the end. He finished 7th. Aiden Young, Stoney Benfield, and Cindy Taylor round out your top 10 finishers here tonight. All right, folks, we'll be back Monday night for something special. Super late models, Crooked Line Racing on the Charlotte Legends Oval. Going to be about $50 up to grab for the winner. Going to be doing heat races, live qualifying. It's going to be an interesting show, so hope to see you then. Again, we'll be going live on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. It's been Tanner Marr in the Five Kings Network booth. I want to thank y'all for the likes. Thank you to the ones that subscribed tonight. And until next time, we'll see you.